They're kind of coming out. Hello, everybody. Whoa, almost slipped on this ice here. Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this Sunday? On this Sunday afternoon, early afternoon. We thought, if you read the title, then you saw what this video is about. We thought we would show you, based off of the very common question, how do you keep your coop so clean, to do a video on how Ashley keeps our coop clean. Now clean is a relative term because like you wouldn't want to eat off the floor in here or anything. But do you need help? You got it. But you know, it's not how you would see maybe somebody else's coop. And by the way, this is not to say, the door's closing on this plum here. It's not to say that if you don't clean your coop like this, you're not a good coop keeper, chicken keeper. This is just the way that Ashley likes to do it, just because it's less maintenance overall when it comes to the big cleans, which I don't know if every chicken keeper does, like a backyard chicken keeper does, but that's what I would say is practically common. And yeah, well, it's wedged now. Let me turn this around. I'm going to try to read your questions if you have any, and I'm going to show you basically what Ashley does. So we're starting in the coop here. This is, we're doing a medium clean. When I say we, just assume I mean Ashley, because I hardly ever do this. I only help with the big cleanup, and I don't even do very much then. Which is not to say that I wouldn't help if she wanted help. It's just that I'm often doing my thing and then she's doing her thing here. So let's go over the three different cleans. The daily clean would not consist of this. It basically just consists of daily scooping the chicken poop inside the actual coop. Kind of like how you do a litter box, right? Like a cat litter box, right? Most people probably clean that daily, or at least very regularly. Otherwise, you know, everything's going to stink up. Same thing is true with the chicken coop, although chickens are a little different. Where they're not necessarily domestic, so they're not pets for most people. So you might not do it so often. Oh no, this broke, or it didn't break, but it fell. Set that back up there. So that would be the daily cleanup, right? You do that when we change their water, which we do twice a day. Well, mostly when it's cold.
Usually once a day, but if it's really cold, twice a day.
Yeah, so once a day when it's cold, or sorry, when it's not cold. You can see we got a heated bowl in there. And then twice a day when it is cold, that even with it heated, it'll freeze. Because obviously they want to drink, you know, so they don't die. And what else goes in a daily cleanup?
Just checking for eggs, scooping the poop, and changing water.
Okay, so just the three main tasks. Checking for eggs, which we haven't checked yet today, so we'll check when we go inside. Then the medium clean, which is what we're doing today, is rake out the run, which you can see we're doing right now. And this is the shavings and stuff in here are from the old shavings that used to be in there. So you'll see as we progress here. But
today I'm just gonna put leaves down because we have lots of leaves stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do leaves. Okay, so it's different, I guess.
Depending on what we have.
Yeah, so we got leaves under there from the fall, and I guess those are going here. The chickens love going through the leaves. You'll see her. She'll put it in a pile, and then the chickens will dig through it. We'll see if we can show that. Hello, Carol. Hello, Harriet. Hello, Karen. Hello, Freddie, Tammy, Nicola, a local Alberta girl. How's it going, Nicola Johnson? Susan, Kellen, that's an interesting name. Guitar Missy, Linda, Mary Beth, and everyone else. Susan, Kim, Karen, Jules. There's Ginger. There's Henrietta. There's Nugget. Oh, just so you guys know, and actually Ashley doesn't know this yet either, but remember our rooster who looked a lot like Nugget? We called him Lemon. I gave him to my brother who has 2 other roosters and other hens as well. Well, Lemon was getting picked on, or Snowball we'll call him, because he was renamed Snowball by my niece. Was getting picked on too badly. He got a bloody neck, so they actually rehomed him again to another lady who keeps chickens, who has no rooster.
Oh.
Yeah, who has no. She has Cochin Bantam Cochins,
Oh, perfect.
and they don't have a rooster.
Oh, good.
And since he's a young rooster, he's going to be a bit of a stud, I think, for her.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Lemon / Snowball has another new home. I don't know who she is, but she must live near my brother, who lives a little further north than us. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Hello, Olaf. Hello, Samir. Can we get that hoodie? Oh, the 138 hoodie you can get on my Teespring. I can't remember what colors it comes in. It definitely comes in white, and I think it definitely comes in black, but I can't remember what else. So the Teespring will be in the description below. Hello, Henrietta. So, anyways, as you can see, Ashley cleans up the run first, because oftentimes she will scoop all of that, what's in there, out into here.
And that's more or less clean because I scoop the poop every day.
Right. Whereas in the run, Ashley does not scoop in here unless it's, I mean, sometimes.
Yeah.
But
right now it's muddy.
yeah, it's a little bit different. In the summer is another story as well.
Yeah.
But in the winter, it's really cold, so smell is not so bad. And some people, or let's say even a lot of people, they don't care about the smell, right? Because it's just, they're chickens. You expect them to stink. But I personally don't like the smell of crap. Probably most people don't enjoy the smell, but so we clean it up. Although I hardly ever do myself. Just full disclosure, that's Ashley mostly does it.
When I went away last summer.
Yeah, I did it when you went on vacation with. She went on a trip with her parents, so I did do it then. But that's different. That's because you weren't here. Hello, Brandy. Hello, Jim. Hello, Biz. Cindy. And I think that's everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask a question. I'll try to answer them. What we're doing right here is just basically showing you our process, or Ashley's process in cleaning the coop. Susan says, I will avoid my own chores by watching. Martha asks how you are, Ashley.
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
I am good as well. Oh, there's someone here. Their name is Awkward Paws, but paws as in like animal paws. Hello, Awkward Paws.
So underneath it's like frozen in some spots.
Yeah.
So you can't rake it all up, but I do the best I can.
How many chickens do we have? Is that what you're asking, Joy? We have 8 chickens. We've only had, the maximum we've had is 8.
Yeah.
Or did we have 10 when we had the roosters, I guess?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So for a short time we had 10. But we've had a couple chickens die, which have kept the numbers quite low. What we're trying to do, guys, and this is somewhat, not controversial is not the right word, but maybe a little, I don't know what the word is, but we want a mixed flock. So you can see here, this is Henrietta. She's one of our original birds. In fact, the only original bird that we have left. Do you want to come out?
To get some more dirt for them.
Oh, you're going to fill up the dust bath. Come on out, Henrietta. Go on. So this is Henrietta. You can see that she's black. We don't know what she is, but she's a somewhat, I think she's crossed with a heritage breed, and she's a very regular egg layer, so she could be, I don't know what she is.
Ooh, these are muddy.
But as you can see, she looks very different from Ginger, who looks very different from Blue, who looks, oh, there's no more birds in here, but they look different than Nugget and Phoebe and Plum. And is that everyone? I think so.
Millie.
Oh, and Millie and Opal, right. Each bird is different, although we do have 3 Cochins, but they have different patterns, as you can see there. So the butt right here, that's Plum. She has a very similar pattern to Millie, but they're different breeds. Anyway, the thing is that, where the heck is Nugget? Oh, there. There's Nugget. Right? So she's a Cochin, she's a Cochin, and then Phoebe, wherever Phoebe is, maybe, don't see her over there. I don't know where she is, but Phoebe's also Cochin, mixed with a Silky, though. Anyway, what we're trying to do is have a mixed flock, and to do that without them squabbling all the time and injuring each other, it's kind of, it's a tedious process. So we've been introducing new chickens. If they don't work out, then we just give them away to someone else, and then we try again. And that is why it's taking a while to get our flock numbers up.
They all have their own personalities too.
Right. And having the flock be diverse like this is not, it's not needed or unneeded, but oftentimes when people have a bunch of different birds, they keep them separated. But our goal is to have them together. It's just they have to be they have to cooperate with each other for that to work.
People keep them separate for breeding too.
Yeah, and for breeding, yeah, which we don't breed because we don't have any roosters. And also, although they could breed by themselves and take care of their own chickens, we're not really set up for that because chickens will cannibalize, and they will also destroy other birds' chicks.
I think we could do it.
Oh, we could do it if we wanted to, yes. Get the coop cleaner some wine, says Teresa, who sent a $10 super chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa.
Is Millie still your favorite? I'm watching all your videos from the beginning of the channel up to August 2021. Been very interesting. Thank you, Langsense, I think your name is. Millie is... Well, Sunny was my favorite, but Sunny has passed away. She died from respiratory... Yeah, you see how they're digging through that? They're going to do that with the new stuff. Ashley's obviously trying to get rid of this stuff, but...
As soon as you put it in a pile, they want to spread it.
Yeah. I would say Millie probably is my favorite now that Sunny's gone. So we have a bit of a compost pile here. We do know that it's really too close to the run for mice. You don't want to have a bunch of mice coming around with their own sort of diseases and viruses because they can pass them on to chickens at times. Although chickens do like to eat mice.
Actually, there was one in the coop though, and they killed it. They didn't eat it.
Oh, they didn't eat it?
No.
They did kill it though. Well, our plan is not to have the compost so close. That's just kind of where we started it. And it's not even a proper compost, right? It's just a pile of junk, right?
Really?
We don't rotate it or nothing.
It's straw, shavings, leaves, and poop.
Yeah, so what we're going to do this summer, we're going to take that pile, we're going to put it in our failed pumpkin patch, rototill it in, and there are people who have their opinions on rototilling, but I don't know how else to mix it into the dirt. We're just learning gardening and all that. But all of that crap in there, some of it is fresh and some of it is 2 years old and some of it is a year old. And a fresh chicken crap is a little too hot for a garden, but hopefully the mixture with the mostly clay with a little bit of dirt, hopefully it'll balance out. Maybe it'll be okay. But in any case, it already failed 1 year. Who cares if it fails another year? This is just our solution. Plus, yeah, it probably will be better.
Because we have pumpkins growing in that pile, yes.
That is true. We did have pumpkins growing just from because we give the chickens pumpkins and they peck them up, whatever. And then when she does this, puts them in there, there are seeds in there, right? And so it just grew, right? So we did have a pumpkin grow in there and it seemed okay. And another reason why we're not worried about that being a failure is because when we build a new shop, it's actually going to come out a bit. We're going to have to destroy all that land there to prep for building the new building there and then rebuild it. So there's no sense on bringing in, garden fill or anything like that because it's just going to get wasted anyway. So for this year, while we can't do the new building, or maybe even next year as well, who knows, because buildings are expensive, we're just gonna see. Where is she dumping the discard? Oh, I'm probably late to reading that question, but yes, right there. And what we're going to do for the new compost area, let's call it, it's actually going to be over there. So in the summer, this pile of snow obviously isn't here. And then there's a little gateway there. We're going to trim back these canes, these raspberry canes. What we've done is let them grow wild last year because we cut them all down to nothing. And then we wanted to, I mean, different people do raspberries different ways, but basically I want to put a trail through there, and I don't want it to be bare. I want it to be nice and lush. And then there's a trail that goes obviously just straight into the garden area. And then there's a trail that goes around, and then it kind of loops in a circle and then back out right here. So you can get to all the berries and you can pick them all. When we first moved here, the raspberries were all the way out to here. And they were like about, probably, I don't know if you can tell, that perspective might be a little off, but they were quite a bit taller. They were, I'd say about 8 or 9 feet high when we first moved here.
I don't think they were producing very much either.
And they weren't, no.
Like choking each other out.
Yeah, and there was a lot of thistles in there.
Yeah.
We have a lot of thistles on this land, unfortunately. It really sucks. You can kind of see we have a trail here that goes, this is called the Fruit Loop, named by one of you guys. Thank you for that interesting name, because we are going to plant fruit trees back there. So that's why we call it the Fruit Loop. And it loops back over to here. There's another trail in these trees. What I was saying is the thistles, like I basically cut a path through the thistles. We have to do more to maintain that part of the land though, because you don't want to get in trouble for having all of that, because it's bad for, like, it's an invasive species and so on and so on. We will have some leeway in that area because we bought this place where it had not been lived in for several years, so there was no maintenance done for a long time. So we get some charity on that front. I've used chicken poo, grew the best tomato and potato. Yes, no, chicken is decent manure. It's just that it's hot in its first while. It just needs to neutralize a little bit. And I mean, it could be depending on varying factors that it might be good right away depending on what you're growing. I mean, I have no idea. I had a mix of 4 hens, but let them go because the fox came into my garden. Love yours. Ah, yes, that does happen. Yeah. We have a fox. In fact, I could probably show you some fox tracks that we had a fox visitor not too long ago. Although it has snowed since, so actually you probably wouldn't be able to see it. Add more compost at the end of the growing season as well, so that when spring comes around, you are good to go. Oh, absolutely. We just put everything there that we can. We can't really add more if we don't have more, is basically our issue.
We need to make our compost bin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's what I was saying. Sorry. I keep interrupting myself with my own self. The new compost is going to be somewhere either there or on the other side of there, but we're going to have our garden greenhouse, if you want to call it that, here, and then we're gonna have another garden bed on the other side going that way, that I think we're gonna do potatoes in. Hey,
yeah, I don't know,
but we don't know. Yeah, we'll see for that. We probably will bring in some garden fill. We have a lot of suggestions of people telling us different ways to different methods on how to garden, and how to garden, sustainably and cheaply, or, all these different methods for different reasonings. And we appreciate all that stuff. So we have been trying to see what works for this land. We have a lot of clay here. If you guys remember when Ashley was helping me dig out this post right here, if you remember back to that vlog, that was hilarious, but it was very hard to dig that with the post hole, 2-man post hole auger. You'll recall I laughed my head off because it was shaking her so violently, but that's because of the clay. But also, it didn't help that it was soaking wet. Have you ever thought of Hey Ash, do you know what kind of chicken this is? Panadisenka. Panadisenka. They are pretty, says Barbara. Don't know what those are, so haven't considered that. But if Ashley saw it and liked them, and depending on what color their eggs are, because what we're trying to do is get colorful eggs. Huh?
And they're cold hardiness.
Oh yeah, and being cold hardy enough to survive our winters. Keep in mind though, if you guys recall, we're also going to do in-floor heating likely this summer. We're going to try to do it solar powered, so we're going to have solar panels on this roof.
I'm gonna grab some leaves.
Okay. Ashley's going to grab some leaves. She's going to go around the... Oh, you want me to come with you? Oh, just in case. Right, because we got straw bales. Oh, there's a question that people ask. Why don't we put straw in the coop? You want to answer that question? Why do we put, like, for in the winter for insulation or whatever, versus wood chips or hemp? Oh,
Kind of personal preference. A lot of people use straw and it is very insulating, but
it carries a lot of
it
pests.
can carry pests, yeah. But I mean, not to say I don't put it in the run though.
Yeah, you do put it in the run, don't you?
So it's
It's kind of, you don't know, and we're relatively new to keeping chickens too. So if you look under here, we got a bit of storage, like not intentional, it's just we happen to have this built on stilts, but we have some garbage bags full of leaves, and of course those leaves just came from our main yard, let's call it. Whereas all this in here, although Ashley does rake this for some reason, and all out there and down by the pond and in the trail and then over through the forest there, and then on the other side here, we don't do anything there. Want me to bring this one? One more? Okay. Guys, by the way, if I didn't finish a thought here and you want to have a resolution to the things I'm bringing up, just remind me of what I was talking about, and I will try to resolve any unanswered questions if I'm answering questions or creating more questions. Potatoes will grow well in clay. They didn't for us, unfortunately. Here and here we had 3 rows, or did we have 4 rows? They didn't grow good at all last year. Hello, Hannah. Thanks for moderating. How many eggs do 8 chickens give you? They give 8, let's say 5 to 8 eggs a day. In the winter, not so much, because we don't supplement their light, and we don't supplement... I'm going to see if Ashley's good. Okay, you're good. We don't supplement their light, and we don't supplement their heat, which means that their cycles just basically take a break.
well, we have a radiant heater, but
We do have radiant heat when it gets really cold, like usually minus 20. We'll say minus 20 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit. And then when it gets to minus 30, we bring them in.
nice
So
and dry. They stay under there. And
yeah, nice dry leaves. Dang, that smells like fall.
does it smell good?
There's probably ladybugs in there.
And they're like green, like.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys will see, if there's ladybugs in there, you'll see the chickens, they'll try to eat them, but then they'll spit them out. It's kind of funny.
Here she comes.
You'll see Henrietta go through there. Oh, ate the greens. She's eating the greens.
Oh, not that one.
Yeah, not all of them. But you'll see them, actually gonna dump this one out here. If there's ladybugs in there, they don't eat ladybugs for some reason. Come on, ladies. Okay, as for egg production, Blue doesn't lay anymore, although she's laid once this winter, or twice maybe,
Yeah.
which is very strange. She's 6 or 7 years old, maybe even 8 years old. So she's kind of at the end of her egg laying. Henrietta is also old, but she lays every day or every second day. If it's incredibly hot, they won't lay all the time. And if it's cold, of course, they don't lay either. Here comes Ginger. Ginger lays every day, but didn't lay very much last year for some reason. Could be because last year was very hot. We had a heat wave, and it was...
Yeah, a lot of them didn't lay like as much last year with all the heat.
Yeah, very sweltering. It stays decently cool in there, but they don't like being cooped up. They like coming out here or free ranging, which they free range every day for several hours. Unfortunately, we do have 2 hawks. They are, you see this electric over there? They have a nest in there, and there's another nest. You might be able to see that electric Iron Man in there. They also nest in there, and then we also have ravens and we have crows. We have 2 ravens and a bunch of crows. And the crows and the ravens are good as raptor deterrents, but I mean, still, if the hawks are coming out, they obviously, they have to come back in, otherwise we'll lose them. So far, we haven't lost any to hawks. We almost did, but well, who knows what would have happened? But it was really close. In fact, I even got it on a vlog. I didn't get the closest call on a vlog, but on one of the vlogs, I can't remember which one, but you'll see that it's pretty close. But Gapwing, our resident crow, saved the day, which was pretty cool. You could rotary hoe some hay into the clay soil as well, and that will help break the clay down. Yes, absolutely. We were told that before. There's quite a bit of, well, not hay, but we have straw in here. We don't get hay. It costs more than straw, and we don't really get straw. The only straw we get is around, because this is up on stilts, right? So we get it around there for our wind and stuff. It is insulated underneath. It's insulated on the walls, but of course we have this door stays open. We got a ridge vent, and we have a couple gable vents as well. So it's not like it stays super toasty warm in there. You want ventilation for your chickens, but we do have straw just so that we don't have a lot of cold coming underneath and whatever. So basically, that's all we have in terms of straw versus hay or whatever. Straw is just easier to come by because I think it's a waste product, is it not? So maybe it's better to have hay. I don't know. Doc, hold on one second. Doc G says, "Hey, but did you grow the potatoes in the ground?"
I feel like I read somewhere that sometimes the chickens will eat the hay and they can get impacted crops, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not talking about. She's saying hay for the compost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nothing grew well last year because of the heat and drought. Definitely not a regular growing year. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the years before, it was so soaking wet. It was so lush out here. Everything was green. And our garden was huge. And it was pretty cool. Yeah. We've expanded our garden, and we're going to expand it again this year. Put on a mask because it gets really dusty in here. So I'll walk you guys through what she does on the inside. Here, 1 second. So that you guys can kind of get an idea. So you saw what she did in there. On the inside here.
I can show you the daily scooping.
Okay, daily scoop. This is the daily cleaner stuff. We take this aluminum bucket. Basically, she just scoops it like you would a cat litter dish. Not dish. What do you call it? Box? Yeah. And as you can see, it doesn't look like there's a lot. There's a decent amount, but that's because the reason why it doesn't look like there's a lot is because there really isn't a lot, because she does this every day.
There's Phoebe.
Oh, there's Phoebe. So this is our other cochin. She's mixed with a silky. She's not very frizzly though. Oh, frizzle is something different than the silky.
I'm going to be raking this all out, so I'm not going to do it super detailed, but that's what I do.
What about a neighbor who can give you free horse manure for your garden? If they are willing to give it for free, then I suppose we could do that. I don't know how long it has to sit.
Julia sells her sheep manure.
Yeah, most people do sell it around here, so I'm sure we could find a neighbor who would give it to us for free because we're neighbors, but maybe not. We don't know our farmer neighbors as well as just our next door neighbor and a couple other neighbors around. I don't know. It's hard to meet people when they don't care to meet you. You know what I mean? Go for walks and people don't even say hi. It's so weird.
Most people are really friendly.
Dude, most people are pretend they don't see you even though you're walking on the same road. They are friendly, as in they're not mean. They're just, they keep to themselves. Make sure you use seed potatoes and cut them so there's 2 eyes on each piece. Plant them deep. See, every potato is a seed potato, potentially, right? You just wait for them to go to seed. Of course, we've done that. If you watch the vlog, you'll see what we planted. And as for deep versus not deep, some people say, hey, plant it just so it's just under the dirt. Some people say, watch it, she's going to go for the seeds there. Some people say, hey, plant it a shovelful deep. I grew up with my mom's garden where it was a shovelful deep, or a shovel, like a spade, stick the spade in, dig that hole, put your potato in, cut or uncut. We never cut ours because we had so many. Some people swear that you have to cut them, otherwise they don't grow, but that doesn't actually make any sense to me, because how would that happen in nature? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. But yes, absolutely, that is a way that we've heard to do it. Ladybugs taste bitter, says Jim. I guess he would know, huh? Okay, so continuing on. Sweeping off the little ramp there. Is that fastened? Because the blue's right under there. Don't want that to fall off. I just feel it wiggling. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, Josh's channel. We all are in good company. Stay well, everyone. Wing Gap still around? Gap Wing is not around in the winter because they migrate. But we did see 2 the other day, and one of them could have been him or her. I don't know if it's a male or female, but not certain for sure. But it would be cool if they came back. Of course, they would have. Let me just back up here, guys. He would have. You good? Yeah, put it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna move this over a little bit. There we go. I don't want it to break the window. That would suck. Yeah, come back out.
Sorry, I'm just gonna take everything out.
Yeah, okay, I'll just stay out here then. But anyway, Gapwing would have molted already, so he's probably gonna have his wings back to normal. But we're still gonna refer to the forest as the Gapwing Forest. We still have the logo made up for him and everything. He's a cool crow. I mean, I don't know what makes a cool crow. It's just he saved our chickens a couple times, so that's cool, you know? How many eggs a day does a chicken usually lay? Usually only 1, but sometimes 2. It just depends. For a chicken to lay every day, they're usually bred to lay every day. Although it's just the reproductive cycle, right? So some chickens, and I don't know how common it is, they will lay 2. That'll be like your production chickens, basically. That what a farmer who sells eggs, they'll have leghorns, they'll have Rhode Island Reds. I'm sure there's other chickens that lay very commonly, but those are our most common heavily egg-laying chickens that we have around here. We used to have wait, what was Sunny? Was she a leghorn, a red leghorn, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she laid pretty good. She lays really good as well. And then you have your multi-purpose chickens, right? The ones that you eat and that you lay. And it just depends on what kind of farmer you are too, and what costs and all that stuff. We're obviously just small time. Look at that. We're obviously a small time, just doing this for ourselves mostly. We give away eggs, and perhaps we'll do a little farm stand on our driveway, because there are other people who are asking us for eggs and stuff to buy. They don't just expect us to give them to them, but so far we've just given them away. We haven't bought any, but since there's that interest, but we don't have enough chickens to do that, like, where it would be very profitable, but we might do it. They are probably those nasty mock ladybugs that are more orange and smell horrible. They're just ladybugs. I mean, I forget what you're talking about. I've heard of those before, but they're actual ladybugs.
There might be something here.
There's many different species of ladybugs too. Yeah, sometimes they're hanging out in here. I don't see any in here though. You can also put the straw on the garden as it holds the moisture in the soil, so you don't have to water as often. Yeah, we did do that in this garden here, and in the raspberries. It was probably very beneficial last year, and we basically just used these straw bales, right? We just got them last fall. Not these ones. Well, these ones we got last fall, but like, so these we will use in the spring, spread out in here, spread out in there, perhaps in there as well. And then, like that's what we did for last year's garden. And it seemed to help, but hard to say because it was an unusual year.
Yeah.
I know my chicks lay an egg a day sometimes too. Yeah. Please find out what variety of potato you're growing and if it needs to be deep and left alone, or if it goes in hand depth, then cover up the emergent shoots like tomatoes. Determinate/indeterminate. Ooh. Well, we have several potatoes that we planted last year, but some of them were given to us by Ashley's mom, who planted hers, and hers came up good.
Yeah.
Concerning we had a drought, I would say, well, her yield was
Those were really good.
was way better than ours. We had like 30 potatoes
Yeah.
total, and we planted at least 30 plants, I would say. So that was like one potato per plant. We didn't have the greens never came up and stuff, but yeah, that could absolutely be it. We had I don't know. We basically just did it how I grew up doing it, right? We had
We did that the year before too, and it was great.
yeah, the year before, yeah, we didn't do anything different really.
No, it was just really hot.
Yeah, I think temperature, I don't know. Also we added a garden space
Yeah.
as well. Love these chicken lives. Let's see Millie. We will be heading right back out. Well, okay, I'll show you her right away. They're all here messing in the leaves. As you can see, well, maybe they're in here because of the leaves, but they don't really like coming outside to free range here in the snow. But you can see Millie is there on the right. She's the speckled one here closest to us with her poofy hair. Anyways, getting back to how we're cleaning the coop here. As you can see, Ashley just scoops everything up into a pile. And then, what do you say you're going to do this time?
I'm gonna put this in the compost.
You're going to put this in the compost.
Because it's very, I don't know if you can tell really, but it's very like small pieces. It's very dusty. And I already have leaves in there, so I'm just gonna put them in the compost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I decided.
Okay. But oftentimes you'll just scoop it directly out there. And
Out
it's
the door.
it's like super easy, right? Because like I'll just throw a little bit out there, but if you have it all here, obviously, I mean, I probably don't have to demonstrate this like this, but you can just go whoop, and it's like so easy.
Like, see how small the grain has gotten on the bottom here? Like,
Yeah.
It's not flakes, it's like
Yeah.
more powdery.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't want to just make so much
Right.
flakes, you know?
So some of you will recall that we started using hemp rather than wood chips, or wood shavings, I should say. But we aren't able to get. Well, first we couldn't get them because we got mixed up on the delivery and stuff, and now there's a supply shortage.
Yeah, with the drought and everything.
So there is none. So now we were back to wood chips, but hemp is a lot less dusty, and it smells better too. Well, it depends on what you like. Wood shavings don't smell bad, but I don't know.
Oh, I forgot the shavings in the shop actually. I'll have to go grab them.
Okay.
And I also have shavings from your shop.
Okay. Okay, so one thing about chickens that you may or may not know is that when you have shavings as your bed litter.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. What are we doing?
I'm gonna grab the shovel and then start shoveling because I'm running out of room.
Okay. Okay. You want to use. Sorry, let me get out of your way. You want to use. Well, you could probably use several different species, but you want to use pine and spruce. You definitely don't want to use cedar because of some sort of properties in the cedar is hazardous to chickens. What's that? The oil? Okay, cedar. Then that maybe even mahogany wouldn't be good then. Probably teak wouldn't be good. Yeah, there's several.
Maybe just like pine is good.
Pine is dry as heck. Poplar would probably be fine too. So what we use obviously is well, I don't know how easy it is to tell, but that's a pine and spruce mix. There's probably fir in there as well, young fir. And that just comes from, I don't know, maybe they sweep the mill floor. I don't know. You can buy it just at the farm store. Ladybirds / bugs are toxic to birds. Oh, maybe that's why I don't like it. How would they know though? My yard looks like it's moving because there are so many little birdies. I love it, says Hannah. Cool. I love the way you take care of your animals. Thanks. That's awesome. You're welcome. You're the reason why we do it. No, we consider them pets, and even if we didn't, even if we ate them, we would still take care of them this way because I don't know. There's just something about respecting the animals that you eat. Rabbit manure is a cold manure. The rest needs 5 months to 12 months to go through heat cycle. Okay. The birds are back at my grandma's. I think I don't have as many wild birds because of the chickens. That could be. That's kind of good in a way because your wild birds can pass on bird flus to your domestic birds. And then this is not always, and Ashley, maybe you can correct me, but when you have a bird disease in your flock, you have to put down all your birds so that you don't continue.
Depending on some of the diseases, yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes you even have to like take down your coop and everything.
Yeah. I've heard of people having to
like incinerate.
Their run, like
scrape the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. And yeah, so maybe count it as a blessing that you don't have as many wild birds, but it is nice to have your birds around. Because remember, guys, we had a robin in here in the spring there, laid a couple eggs, they hatched, and then for whatever reason they killed the.
I wonder if they'll come back again next spring.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. And we'll be able to recognize her because she only has one leg. Right, guys, if you remember, we asked you guys what we should call her, and we had suggestions on Eileen and on Peg or Peggy. Peg isn't a name, so Peggy was better, but in my opinion. So, but she left and she never came back. But maybe she'll come back this year. People are growing potatoes in tires. Yeah, we've seen that. Armando, our neighbor just over there, he did that. He absolutely hated it, but apparently a lot of people swear by it. I guess it just depends on your style and your luck, maybe. I don't know. We grew the purple potatoes from Vessies last year, and they grew well, but ended up loaded with little worms in them. So off to compost they went. This year we will grow in grow bags again. Okay. My mom planted red potatoes, purple potatoes, and white potatoes, and we never had worm problems, but that could be down to luck, lack of extreme moisture, who knows why, but we never seemed to have a problem with that sort of thing in my mom's garden. But my mom is old, so maybe she had some sort of wisdom. Not saying that you're not old, or I mean, like, that you're not wise. That came out so weird. That came out so wrong. This old farmer cut his potatoes when planting. Oh, yeah, lots of people do that. So if you did that, yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying we have not ever found it necessary in, like, my family or Ashley's family, I don't think. Ashley's family were more farmers than like my family was, but like they had actual like farms, like farmland. Oh, they still do. Yeah, of course, like cousins and stuff. But I mean, like your grandmother and your mom and dad, or
Your mom grew up on a farm.
my mom did, yeah, but it was different. It was like I don't know what kind of crops they had. But I think it was just to feed their animals. I don't think they grew for themselves and their animals. They didn't grow for people.
Oh.
I grew potatoes last year, and each stalk had tomatoes growing out of them. The potatoes were huge and very tasty. Cool. That's awesome. I think you can raise Penedenka chickens in Canada. They lay a red to deep brown egg. Oh, that's sick. We would probably look into those then. My dad used to say that chicken's poop made the best fertilizer for growing bell peppers. Oh, okay.
Millie's right there now. Did you find her already?
Yeah, I did find her, but she's right up in front. They're coming out a little bit. Jillian T had 20,000 chickens on her farm, gathered about 14 to 16,000 eggs a day. That's insane.
Holy moly!
Uh,
I hear geese. Look, there's a goose.
there is a goose. Guys, spring is coming. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it flew just right here.
Oh, there's some hawks right there.
Oh yeah, there's some hawks, 2 hawks right in this area. Probably very hard to see from here. So the hawks are back. You know what we need to do? We need to attract more ravens so the hawks don't even bother coming.
Well, they always come here.
Yeah, I know.
don't mind them being over there.
Maybe we should get a fake eagle, like a eagle drone.
I saw an eagle the other day, though.
Yeah, it was over there, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind them. They stay in the field and the crows stay over here. It's good.
Yeah, but when these girls are just peacefully just pecking away, and we don't have a rooster, so it's Henrietta's job to alert, but she doesn't crow. So it's not the same kind of alert as a rooster would do when the rooster sees it. So they don't run away as like quickly as a rooster might command. The pot farmers back in the day used old chicken poop to grow weed in Maine. Yeah, I don't know if I just came across as dismissing chicken poop as manure. I absolutely know it's usable. It's just that it's hot, so you gotta wait for it to neutralize. Is what I was saying. Not that you shouldn't use it. It's just that we hadn't used this pile because it was hot, and we're continuing to put more hot on it. It's too acidic for some things to grow, but maybe not everything. Yeah, so I didn't mean to say, like, don't use it or make it go to waste or anything. I was just saying that we haven't used it yet. Although our first garden here, where the old coop was, remember way back in the day, that old piece of shit building there? Almost literally, it was mostly crap and not so much wood anymore. It was so disgusting. That, we all got tilled up in here, or in here. Wherever, I can't remember where our garden was, but we have 2 little beds now. But anyway, we put it in there and it grew the spaghetti squash so freaking bountiful. It was insane.
I feel like this is boring watching me sweep.
Raspberries will spread like crazy if they like where they are. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they love to what do you call it? Pop up just kind of anywhere. What did you say, Ash?
I was gonna say it's probably boring watching me sleep or sweep.
That's why I'm trying to answer questions here.
If you want to show the chickens too.
Oh, okay.
It's less boring.
The neighborhood hawks are back. Can you use the sawdust from your shop? Oh, yes. Okay, so this is what we're using. This is store-bought here, right? This is store-bought.
That does, yeah.
And we wouldn't use sawdust. We would use like this. If you see how big this is, right? Right. This is like what you want. This kind of stuff. And then sawdust.
Actually, this darker stuff is from the shop, I think.
Is it? Okay. So like this stuff, you kind of don't want to use that so much. So you wouldn't collect what you were using on the saw, but on the planer you can. But again, we want to use pine, spruce, some basically your woods that are not going to have adverse effects on your birds. So all that usually comes from, well, I would say always comes from the planer. And so we'll scoop it up, and then if I'm planing multiple species, then I just keep that separate because I don't want the chickens to get the oil burns or whatever they get from certain wood species. Don't you have a wheelbarrow or a bucket? I do have a wheelbarrow, but it's frozen in the ice over there. Otherwise, we would be using it. But we had a saw, which has, like the part of the wheelbarrow that's like a, like the kickstands or whatever. Those are frozen in the ice, and so is the wheel. You need a wheelbarrow instead of walking around with a shovel. Oh, yeah. You could try chitting your potatoes. I do every year. Place on windowsill and the eyes will start the deep green shoots and some hairy roots as well. That way the shoots won't be leggy and weak. Okay, I haven't heard of that, I don't think. I mean, they had good eyes on them, so... And they had little sprouties, but I don't know how to tell if they were strong or not. So I don't know if I would know the difference. I guess I'd have to try it. Quit yakking and get the lady a wheelbarrow. A lot of people have the same idea. Well, probably a lot of people are just hopping on the bandwagon, or the wheelbarrow, if you will. Some people are saying wheelbarrow, which is not a thing. Nothing like a backhanded compliment. Did I do that? I didn't mean to. Oh, did I say the old thing? The wisdom, right? I didn't mean that. That came out so different than I meant. Hello, Steve. Doing okay here. Just showing the birds here. Commercial egg farms only keep their chickens 8 to 9 months, then they get new ones. Yeah, no, we're aware. We just keep ours around because we like them. We don't have a problem with them living their full lives. Look at her. That's Phoebe there. She's probably the cutest one we got, I think. Ashley needs a wheelbarrow so she doesn't have to make 25 trips to the compost pile. Talk about stating the obvious. Yeah. We need if you remember that wheelbarrow that I made out of our broken wheelbarrow, we need a girl version of that, or let's say a more feminine version of that one for Ashley. So maybe out of our other broken wheelbarrow, I'll make another one, and then we'll have two, and then we'll have like the Mad Max one, and then we'll have the more dainty one. I don't even know if that's the proper terminology for it, but I think it would be fun to build another one with Ashley's touch on it. The old Coop litter is definitely cold by now and awesome to till into the garden. A lot of people were saying that it takes like 2 years to neutralize chicken crap. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of what we've been going on, but we've just kept adding to it. You need to get one goose; it will protect your flock. Yeah, we've heard that as well. The only thing is that we have a pond down there where we have Canada goose down there, and we just don't want them to fight and stuff. And we like the Canada goose, but yeah, we could do that. Oh, we got a squabble in the coop. Oh, you can't see anything, but. Thanks for saying my name was different. It's a Norwegian word that means powerful. Is that right? Twyla, hey Ash, Twyla says the lady needs something so that she doesn't have to make 25 trips for stupid shavings.
That would be helpful.
It would be helpful. How do you cook your spaghetti squash? Mine is bland. Hey Ashley, Elizabeth's wondering, how do you cook your spaghetti squash? Because hers is bland. Yeah.
Usually with like salt and pepper and butter, usually.
Salt, pepper, and butter. Pretty plain, so maybe bland is the way to go. I don't know. I don't like spaghetti squash myself, so I couldn't give you any idea. Also, I can't really cook either. What are you doing, Henrietta? There. Now you guys can stop it. Oh, what happened? Layer your new Coop droppings with your new sawdust from the shop for next year's garden. It will be awesome for your garden. New Coop droppings with your new sawdust from the shop.
Phoebe was looking for a place to lay because she had come out of the nest box.
Oh, she wanted to lay.
Yeah, so I quickly changed out that and put her back in the box.
I see. Yeah, layering the new Coop droppings with your, or new Coop droppings with new sawdust from the shop. I'm not sure I understand that exactly. New Coop droppings with new sawdust from the shop for next year's garden. It will be awesome for your garden. Yeah, okay. Hello, Glennie from South Africa and Lulu Bell. You should make a peg leg for Peggy and try to catch her and put it on her. I put blueberry bushes in last fall and covered the bottoms in shavings, says Leslie. Dude, we wanted to do blueberries too at some point. I love blueberries. That would be awesome to have. That's so cool that you did that. Talking about Ashley as a lady as if she can't manage is rather insulting to her. Women are capable of job. Yeah, she actually hates it when people tell her what we should and shouldn't do in terms of like in this context where like you should help her do this, you should, and she I don't know, I shouldn't speak for her right now, but yeah, it is very annoying to her. Cuz if she wanted the wheelbarrow, she would have gotten it or asked for it or something. But she does not need it. We'd have to chip it out first out of the ice. But anyway. Josh, potatoes are grown in the ground, LOL. Dude, I still think that's so funny that happened. Great idea, Josh, about her own lady barrel. Dude, that would be a good name for it. Wheelbarrow? You said barrel, but I'm pretty sure you meant barrow. So, lady barrel. That's kind of funny. We could have it like how do you say like?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
If you come in here and you're kind of quiet and stand backwards, you might be able to film her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're gonna go in the coop and we're gonna see if we can catch Phoebe laying an egg. So I'm not gonna be talking too much in here, but we might be able to catch
Stand right there and just face her.
catch her plop an egg. We'll see.
You did right. You can talk a little though.
You think so?
Yeah, just don't like yell.
Okay, I won't yell.
Yeah.
So you guys might be able to hear me, hopefully. Think this is good?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how soothing my voice is for childbirth, but Dolores says help her out. Oh, the reason why I'm not helping her out is because I don't normally, if you were here at the beginning, this is basically I'm just showing you how Ashley cleans the coop on her own. But if she needs help, absolutely I will help her if she asks for it. Or if I see that she's struggling or anything like that. But that's she doesn't need it.
I don't mind. I mean, there's only one shovel anyway.
Linda says Ashley might need a bucket. We need a large bucket that's bigger than the shovel. Otherwise, it'll just be more work. That gives the chicken poop time to go through heat and helps break down the sawdust. I missed your first comment there, Jennifer. What did you say? I missed it. Sorry about that. I don't even have this on live chat. I should probably go to live chat. I think, is it coming? Do you see her butt just pulsating? Oh, that's a fake egg. I thought I was like, dude, it came out of her chest. How's that even possible? That was a fake egg. I was like, oh, I missed it. Because it should come out here. But it like it appeared here. She's not ready yet?
No.
Oh, I don't really know what it looks like.
Usually they kind of like squat a little bit before they. Like she's just kind of getting ready.
Okay, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Carol, she's wearing a mask because it's dusty in here. I should probably be wearing one too because I'm gonna have a sore throat later.
There's probably one in there. Do you want me to grab it?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Gender roles are stupid. For the most part, I would agree, Hannah. Yeah, Ashley is very capable to do anything she wants on her own. So, anyone concerned about this? I mean, if you can't do it, then that's on you, but she can't. What's that, Ash?
I said I always do this on my own.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just invited Josh to watch me today, in case
People would
he
be
wanted
interested.
to film it and people would be interested. It's not that.
You're way more diplomatic than me. I was just like...
If I needed your help, I'd ask you.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about a mask, Josh. Your beard will do the same thing. As in, I don't have a beard, so it's the same. Hello, Lewis. How often does Ashley have to do this? Okay, so we've already explained this, but I imagine we have a bunch of new people coming in here. So this is what we call the medium clean, right? So the daily clean is basically in the, what do you call it, a sandbox?
Poop box, yeah.
Poop box. She scoops the poop in the run here, checks the eggs, does the water, which is usually right here because it's plugged into this right here. Does the water, and then that's it for the day. And then she does that every day. And then in the winter, every, what do you say? Every month?
Yeah.
Or every couple,
It depends, like,
every 3 weeks maybe?
If it's warmer outside, I spend more time. If
Outside,
it's cold,
right.
Outside, so it just depends.
Okay, so it depends. Then she does this, what we call a medium clean, where she takes out everything and then replaces it with new. Oftentimes she will just scoop it right out the door into the run, right? We got the run with leaves this time because we saved some leaves underneath the coop. But this time she is just, here, I'll show you. She's just putting it up into this pile here. And that is basically taking care of the old stuff, and then she will put in new stuff, which is like farm store bought sawdust. But we also when I have spruce or pine that I'm doing planing or whatever, I will save those shavings so that we don't have to buy it, which I think is what this is. Yeah, so you can see the difference, right? This is from my planer versus these, which are probably from like a wood chipper or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how they source this stuff, but crushed eggshells are also good for composting. Yeah, we do save eggshells and, you know, fruit scraps, vegetable scraps, different things like that for our compost as well. I love Ashley's hat. I wish I could get one. You know, Linda, I think I've officially decided that I'm not going to go local, which I was hoping to do, because every local that I've approached is either way too expensive, doesn't have the product or quality that I want, or won't work with me for doing custom patches and stuff. It's very frustrating because I was on a roll. The company that I did find and initially used are their customer service is seriously lacking. So yeah, so I think I'm just going to do it. Just whoever will meet the needs, I'll do it that way, which is very discouraging, a little frustrating, really. So that's why I haven't been getting on it. But maybe I should, because we still get regular requests for this hat and my old hat as well. Do you use that old stuff in your garden? We will be, yes. So our old stuff is going to go in this garden here. Sorry, it looks terrible, but there's a triangle-shaped pumpkin patch that we started last year, which was a failure. We just got maybe 5 or 6 little pumpkins that are, you know, just fit in your hand. Too clay, too hot. It was like there was a drought / heat wave, which did not help at all, and the soil wasn't very good. There was a bunch of different things. So we are doing it again with all of that pile that you saw out there. Josh, Ashley could put the shavings on a tarp and drag them to the pile to dump. Would be easier. Yes, she could if she wanted to. We have done that before, but she doesn't like doing that. In that case, I probably would help her, because we do that with the leaves. Because when we rake, we do that. What about selling just the patches? Well, I'd have to get someone to make the patches, but yeah, I would do that too.
Would you want to grab the shaving bag from the top? Do you mind doing that?
Yeah, I can grab it. Okay. Let's go get some shavings. Last year's drought really burned you. Yeah, it sucked, hey? But hey, it is what it is. Can't control the weather. At least I can't. Whoa! This trail is straight up ice. Going to grab some. Oh, I don't know if she has it in the car or in the shop. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Gotta make Lady Barrow. Ooh, right, we were just talking about that, and I've lost my train of thought because we went inside. Dang it, I had an idea. Lady Barrow, though, that's a good name. That's a good name. I like that, Lady Barrow. Woo. So your judgment has paid off in a positive way for a new project. Shoot, I didn't hear where she said it was. Oh, we have a little bit here. She might have been talking about this. We got Chakota working on a project here. I hope this is it, but if there's another one, then I'll grab another one as well. She might have one in her car here. Okay, no, there's not any in there. But her old axle is in there. Okay. Whew. Almost slipped again. You guys might see me fall on my butt. Josh, have a red beard. I do have a red beard. I'm the most unnative looking native that you'll ever meet. Most natives can't grow facial hair, hence why I have a very terrible, patchy mustache and beard. But the little bit that I can is red, as is my hair on my head. It's like an auburn red instead of dark brown or black. I don't know where I get it from, because that's just, I don't know. Maybe yesterday, actually, Ashley and I were talking about it. Was that just the only bag there? That half bag? Or actually, it's kind of like a
so I hope I have
quarter bag. Okay, are you going to pour in?
I think I'm going to put that on the bottom.
Okay.
Maybe? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Yesterday we were talking. I was just talking about how I don't look native and I have red hair, and I was like, back in the day, I may have been like a prophetic baby.
Yeah.
You know, where they'd been like, when there's although I don't know if I had hair when I was a baby, but you know how like there will be legends about white buffalo or like whatever coming around. Whoa. At a certain time in legends. Well, I was like, maybe I would be that. Obviously, I'm just joking, but it could be. Okay, so we got shavings in the nest boxes. I have to remember to be quiet because she's laying, but she turned around. But anyways, we got shavings, fake eggs for the fake bacon, and and then she's got some in here as well. Pour the rest out on the floor. Don't have a whole heck of a lot, but would you buy some boots already? I do have boots. I just don't wear them because I don't like wearing boots. And then we got the store-bought stuff. So this is definitely not enough.
You don't have enough. You don't have any more in the shop.
No, I don't. I don't have enough. So we're gonna have to go buy some more or plane some wood, which would be a waste of wood.
Yeah. Go get some.
Spread that around a little bit.
Okay, I need to go for broken away. I was hoping it would be enough. That's okay.
There we go. It almost looks like there's enough.
Not quite, but almost.
It's not a very deep
No.
litter.
I'm not gonna end up pooping on the floor.
Middle pin in the screen door looks like it's falling apart. Yeah, good eye. I can't get it.
Alright.
That's weird that it's... Oh wait, because the hinge probably wasn't on there. I put it upside down. Whoa, almost tripped on that again.
I'll take it out.
Okay, what's next?
I'm gonna put all this stuff back,
Okay,
and then I'll put this farm store.
okay. All right, let's put everything back then, and then you guys can see.
The process.
Yeah, you guys can see the whole process if you watch the whole video, and plus some conversation and some chickens and some misadventures of slipping on the ice.
I usually sweep this too, but I usually do that last.
John says, do a video of all your funniest moments. I miss Gene, the used car salesman, LOL. I don't think anyone's laughed at anything harder than that on my channel. Accidents are way more funnier than anything scripted, probably. Although I don't script anything, so I guess they would have to rely on me having accidents.
This is an actual letter.
Oh, that's a actual...
A tiny one.
That's a little small. My fingers are a little numb. Yeah, they're cold. Okay, so we keep our food in here. Got our... People ask sometimes, what do we feed them? So what do we got?
This is just a layer feed.
Layer feed?
Yeah, I got from the farm store.
Farm store. And then we got oyster shells for their calcium.
And I have scratch too, but I mean, it gets a treat more so.
Right.
Yeah.
Wendy says, Hannah, you have more patience than I do. LOL, all would be blocked. Hey, we're not hurt by it. I mean, different people have different skills, and we didn't, I never addressed that I'm not helping Ashley because of these things, and I make her do all these things on her own. This is just the way that we do it. I'm just happen to be here as an observer, so you guys can see this based off of the very many requests to see, and yeah, there we are. We're not hurt by it, so don't think we're not offended or anything. It's just people will judge no matter what, and judgment is not always coming from a place of I almost said of judgment, but obviously that doesn't make any sense. But we understand, hey, people are people, and they have different styles of doing things, and whatever, it's fine. I enjoy all of you guys watching, and you learn different things, hopefully, and you kind of get what we got going on here. That's all.
What we do.
Your coloring is more matching the Métis people. There must be someone white in your lineage. My grandfather is German. So my mom was only half native, half Cree. But my father is Cree, and his grandma and grandfather are Cree, and so on and so forth, all the way through to Chief Ermineskin. That was some fancy work there.
Yeah. Kind of tight quarters.
Chores are done by all the family. Where's Henry? Henry is inside, and you're right. Chores are done by all the family. I should video. Yeah, I should get you the video when I'm doing something that I just do on my own, and see if we get the same reaction. There definitely wouldn't be. Oh, Jesus. Is it warm here today? No.
And today was for me to do this and you to work in the shop, but then I asked you if you wanted to film.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so people are going to be contrarian regardless. They see someone doing all the work and then someone just presumably just having fun chatting.
No.
You're going to feel a certain way. I understand. Like maybe I would think, huh, that's weird. But I would also, I mean, assume that, oh, they probably are doing it the way that they're doing it because of the way that they decided to do it. I don't know. We're a team, guys.
Yeah.
We have goals that we both want to reach, and we do our best to do it together. And we don't always have the same ideas, but we always have each other's best interests at heart. And yeah.
You're being all sweet.
Now you make it sound like I'm just doing it for...
No. No, that's what I mean. You're sweet.
Chicken dance? Nope. Shovel dance.
All right. I'm just gonna wash out the water
Okay.
as well, and that's the only thing. But
Okay, so basically she's going to wash this out. And the reason that you wash out water every day in the summer is because of algae growth and whatnot. But in the winter, is it just because of habit, or what would you figure?
it's dusty.
Just gets dusty. You want to have clean water for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does Henry get along with the chickens? We're not sure because he hadn't seen them all winter, and so we just don't want it to be like, oh, we're gonna have the door open and then I'm gonna be in there and Ashley's gonna be in there and then something bad happens. We don't know if that will happen. Well, I mean, I hope it wouldn't. He's not aggressive to other animals so far, but chickens are different. And when he first saw the chickens, you know, we got him in the fall, so he didn't see them that often. He seemed to get along with them. If you watch our vlogs, then you would have seen that. But you know, he hadn't seen him in a long time. His attitude towards them could change because of, you know, whatever. We don't know what his prey drive is yet because we don't have very many animals around in the winter and stuff. So just to be sure, we want to be able to like watch him over, you know, a series of days and weeks maybe, and then kind of get, you know, what his demeanor is towards him.
When they were in the shop, he was okay. He was very curious, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Because they were in the shop in cages, but they weren't. They couldn't run around. Like, what if they started running, right? And then he's like, "Ooh, I love chasing my food," or whatever. Jennifer says that she gives her hens dried worms and grubs for extra protein, especially during the winter months, and as a treat when insects are scarce. Gives them an edge during the colder months. That's a very good idea. We tried to get, what were those things?
Black fly larvae.
And what were the other things?
Mealworms.
Mealworms and black fly larvae, but they didn't like the mealworms.
Yeah.
But we have not tried grubs. I don't know what the dried worms are. If those are the mealworms, for some reason they didn't eat those. So we just, I think we just dumped them on the ground somewhere because they didn't eat them. It was strange. Perhaps maybe it was like, I don't know, some sort of weird batch. I don't know. Where are the cats? Cats are probably just around. Could be in the shop, could be in the house, could be outside. Kind of go wherever they want. One of the last live streams videos I watched was Josh making Ashley supper, the famous triangle pasta. Yeah, that's funny. The triangle chip pasta. All right, I think we're good. So I think we're gonna go, guys. So thanks for hanging out. This is basically what we do for, or when I say we, I mean Ashley does, for the chicken maintenance, I guess you could say, when it comes to cleaning. Like I said, we have the daily, we have the medium, and we have the full. And the full is all of this plus an actual like vacuuming, mopping, like everything gets cleaned up. Because I'll just give you a quick little walkthrough to show you what you might get rid of then. Okay, so you know we got dust up here, which I mean chickens are dusty, right? You're gonna have dust. You're gonna have cobwebs. Like there's a fly up in there, right? She'll get rid of that. You're gonna have dust all up in here. You're gonna have like I don't know if you'll be able to see this, right? You have all that on the wall, but you have it everywhere. And then she cleans up in those rafters, right? She's got like all these little nooks and crannies that she likes to get out, because then I'll get rid of her spiders and stuff.
And there's like they poop.
They poop on the wall.
They poop on the wall sometimes. So wash all that.
Clean underneath.
Sand.
Oh yeah, fresh sand.
Yeah.
Play sand. We used to have pebbles in here, which they ate, which is fine because it's for their crop or whatever.
I'm pretty sure they eat the sand too.
Yeah, they probably eat the sand. Just like any bird will. If you go to a landfill or you go to what do you call it, where you buy rocks and dirt and shit?
Yeah.
Like a dirt company. You'll see crows and stuff eating rocks. Are you going to lay for us? And at landfills, you'll see them eating glass. You'll see them eating pebbles, all sorts of things like that. But anyways, so then she'll clean up that. She'll clean all this. You can see this. We got a lot of dust, right? So all of that will be deep cleaned, or deep cleaned? Yeah, deep cleaned.
I'll wipe down surfaces before that.
And how often do you do that, would you say?
Well, I'll wipe things down more often, but the walls and changing out the sand, all of that I do in the spring and the fall. Yeah.
So, yeah. This is a medium clean. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't help. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I also didn't. We don't have a wheelbarrow that you can use because it's frozen in the ice.
That's okay. I never use a wheelbarrow.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to sound like I was making excuses.
No, I always do it this way.
She does.
Yeah.
We did do it with a tarp one time, and you didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Someone suggested that, which is a good suggestion because we do that with our leaves.
Yeah.
And
what would be nice is one of those like larger, wider plastic wheelbarrow. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Like a garbage wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be
That
sick.
would work well, I think.
Maybe we could get one or build one. I know that Uncle Wiener's had one, but they're out of business now.
Oh, where's our green wheel, Ralph? Oh, it's a wagon.
It's a wagon.
That wouldn't
That would be trash.
It
Guys, do you guys have an Uncle Wiener's where you live? Because we have, what would you call it? Buy anything here because we sell everything store called Uncle Wiener's. I don't know if it was a chain or wholesale. There we go. And quick story about them is I went there with my little brother one time, and when we went there, I'm like, hey, I saw on your website you have a something. I don't remember what it was. And he's like, oh yeah, let me check for it. Goes on his computer, clickety click click. Sees that he doesn't have it, but rather than tell me and my brother that he doesn't have it, he just ignores me. He just stays on the computer, starts checking his email. And I was like, what is happening here? This doesn't make any sense. He just literally was like, oh, we don't have it, but I'm not going to let him know. I had to just deduce that he didn't have it. So maybe they did have it and he just didn't want to tell me. But it was so weird. But anyway, they had those garbage wheelbarrows. I should have got one because they were real cheap.
Oh, really?
But I was like, why would we need this? But now I know. So if I find one.
For leaves too, maybe? I don't know.
Saying Uncle Wieners feels bad. Hey, Matthew, thanks for hanging out and moderating. And Hannah. But anyways, we're going to go now. If you want to see more of Ashley and chicken stuff, you can check out her Instagram at Ashley Rose Alexander. And Matthew, if you wouldn't mind posting that link real quick before we go, you will be able to... I don't know. She posts more about more than just chickens, but you'll be able to see her photography and stuff. I have to switch hands. My freaking fingers are cold. And all that other jazz. And stay tuned because we're gonna have a lot more things coming up this summer that hopefully we can add to our garden and coop area. We're gonna do a compost bin. What else did we have planned? A cage to keep the deer from eating our peas and stuff. New pumpkin patch stuff. See how that works. Take some trees down.
Maybe
do some more
landscaping.
Yeah, we'll gotta see about that.
Maybe finish the fence if it's...
Yeah, wood doesn't cost a lot. We got a lot of things that we would like to do, but we'll see how many things that we can do. Did Matthew post that? I've been here. I was in ninja mode. Of course he was. I love my gorilla cart. It has been a lifesaver for a single female. I use it for everything from groceries to picking up limbs to hauling dirt and more. Paid for itself the first 6 months. Nice. Lady Ashbarrow. Oh yeah. I was trying to think of, because we had that other broken wheelbarrow, and I was like, because I made that one that's all like, it's got baseball bats for handles. If you guys didn't see the video, go check out the video. But I was like, I could build another one for you that's more feminine rather than like this. Whatever. Not that you wouldn't use the other one, but like who cares? This is a wheelbarrow. But I was trying to think of things that we call it, and then it came up with Lady Ashbarrow and Lady Barrow. I don't know. I like those names. They're good. Okay, thank you, Matthew, for posting that link. If you guys could just follow that link, you can follow Ashley on Instagram. Thank you, Matthew and Hannah, for moderating, and thank you everyone else for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. No egg from Phoebe, but maybe next time. Have a good day wherever you are. You guys are awesome. See you later. Oh, God, my